Hello, everybody. And as we can see, we have been making a lot of progress on this piece. And I've actually taken notes. So we're getting to the point where I got to kind of put these notes in. So, like, this strip here needs to be black. So, blacken. Down here, okay, this whole thing needs to be blended better. What I've discovered is that I need to hit this. Because you take a look here, this black area is jagged. So I need to blend it, and I need to blend it more also because it just wasn't working. So I'm just going to take the black, pull it over more because of all is so active down here with the push and pull. I think it's just better to just deaden this whole side. So where I have it really light down here, I'm going to pull that tone down into here. So I'm working with a brand new nib, put it brand in. The nib that I was using last night died on me. It developed a split right down the middle. So when it develops a split and it's not flush, when as soon as you get a little bit of like, see when a nibs needs to be like this, so the ink can flow down the furrow. Once it is been split, the ink won't flow. So I had to re- spend I had to pull out the old nib and I put the new nib in. So let's take a look and see how this new nib looks. So let's see here. Well, we know we're laying some dots down, so we'll just go in. So, yes, if you listen to my voice, you can tell it looks like I'm developing a little bit of another cold. So, we'll work through it. And I think I know why I'm developing this cold is because um, I never fully recovered from the previous cold, and I've been in here all the time. Well, if you're in a smoking environment, it's gonna you're gonna have setbacks, and I really don't want to. I've been spend way too much time in this bar, but I gotta get this job done. So the next job I'm doing, it is a husky. That one I'm pretty sure I can get some of the work done at home, but with this one here, um, gotta get the work done. So I mean, we're in the home stretch. You really take a look at it, and you can see where I've got a lot of it done. Like I still have like this area over here. I need to hit that area. I need to get. See, I put these slash marks. That's to help guide me at this point as to what needs that tone. So again, we'll just go in. And we'll just start hitting with some dots. Gotta get some more ink on this. There we go. There we go. So, okay. So yesterday I talked about the books I had signed, and I posted over the last week. Today we're going to discuss the elephant in the room, and that is the accusations that came out against Neil Gaiman. My first, which I've heard many people say, is if there's really evidence against him doing the things that he's said, are the police investigating? Are they looking into this situation? That's what really matters. Because until then, it's just accusations. Now, full disclosure, before I go any further, I am not a Neil Gaiman fan. I have never been a fan of his storytelling. I think like books 1 and 2, the Books of Magic, and Black Orchid are the only stories I've ever read by him. And I'll be honest with you, um, Black Orchid, I couldn't follow the story at all to save my life. Could not. It was just I couldn't follow it. I mean, basically, it was just nice artwork. And even then, the only reason why I got it was because the book came out during an era when I was buying a lot of stuff that I didn't. It was also during the era when they were revamping a lot of characters, so I thought it was just a revamp on Black Orchid. Didn't know how far they were going with that. Like I said, I barely remember anything about that story. I know it had painted artwork. That's about it. Don't really know much about the story. Never picked up an issue of Sandman. In fact, only reason why I picked up issue 1 of Sandman was I thought it was uh, the original Sandman of the era of the All Star Squadron and Infinity Incorporated. So when I got the issue, and I'm like, well, this isn't a superhero comic. What is this? I just threw it in a bag and board, and it sat in my collection until it became a hot. I knew it was a hot property. Everybody's talking about it, so I took it with me to a Comic Con and went up to an art dealer and said, "I've got Sandman #1. Do you want it? Do you want to buy it?" And he was like, "Yep." And he offered me $50 for it. So I was like, "Okay, that works for me." I no longer own it, and it only cost me like $1.75 to buy it, maybe. I don't remember how much the issue was, but hey, I sold it with a turnaround of $50. I'm happy, and I don't remember anything of that book. So, but if things are really as bad as people are saying, my response is: Are the police involved? Is there an open investigation? One of the things that has been come to light since the initial article has come out is that he's currently going through a divorce. Funny how after he's going through a divorce, these allegations come out. Also, you got to keep in mind he now has Hollywood money, so of course everybody's looking and going, "Ooh, how can I make money off of him?" But I mean, here's my thing: is how different is his conduct from from Warren Ellis? Now, Warren Ellis, I will admit, Warren Ellis, uh, I got and I read and I enjoyed Planetary. I did enjoy the arc that he did of uh, Stormwatch, because you remember Stormwatch was like almost like a dead book when he took it up, and he actually made something of the title, along with then spinning it off and ending it and spinning it off into a new title with a new direction called The Authority. Again, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. The only thing was though is that I noticed specifically with Stormwatch and then in Authority, um, the conduct and dialogue of the characters was I'm sorry, it was kind of wackadoodle. Like when he had like I just the sexual remarks made by characters. When they brought out and he made out aware that Fuji in Stormwatch was basically a big gas bag character, and his suit was a containment suit, and he was just gases underneath of it, and the gases caused him to have an orgasm like every 5 seconds. I looked at that and was like, that was really unnecessary. Really didn't need to know that. And that happened numerous times where you had the characters express sexually deviant behavior, conduct. And was that reminiscent of his own real life sexual conduct? Because remember, my thing with Warren Ellis was, as many people pointed out, was he was being labeled a groomer by grown women. Okay, everybody knows I work in a dive bar and I come in here many Friday nights. Okay, by that definition, I watch male adult groomers every single night seduce adult women. Do you realize how stupid that sounds? So, I mean, I watch guys all night long ply them with drinks, ply them with compliments, running their hands slightly up their arm, up their thigh, and next thing you know, they're walking her out the door. Remember, this is a dive bar. More than one occasion, we've watched sexual deviant acts out in the parking lot as you walk out to your car, and all you do is you laugh because you was like, oh, we kind of saw that one we saw that one coming. And again, it's one of those where it's like, she's allowing herself to get that drunk, or we've one of those where it's like, okay, there's been numerous times where we see women come in here and we watch them buy their own drinks, and then when they're three sheets to the wind, now they're hitting her and every single guy in the bar. Okay, she's doing that to herself. Okay, but the next Friday we see her back in here doing the same damn thing. So it's one of those where it's like, is she sexually grooming these guys by getting herself uh, uh, extremely intoxicated? So now she has uh, the lowered her emotional standards that she's now going to pursue these men as a sexual conquest. When she was sober, she wouldn't do that. So, but no, so that's the reason why with Warren Ellis, and that's again, it's one of those where it's like because he made such stupid remarks to so many people throughout the industry, is even when this whole thing came out and they're calling him a groomer, he really didn't have, as far as I'm concerned, any. He really didn't have anybody to fall back on as to defend him. Because even those who would defend him as a means to uh, point out the hypocrisy of these people calling him a groomer, they weren't necessarily willing to throw him a bone or really, really, truly defend him because he'd said stuff to piss them off. So, but again, it, Warren at least had created some good books. Now, my thing is, though, is if Warren's truly innocent, he should be throwing two fingers up in the air, two middle fingers up in the air, and saying, fuck you, I'm going and I'm going to get myself a European artist. I'm going to start doing crowdfunding. I'm going to make a mint of money and F you, motherfuckers. But he's not. That kind of leads into his guilt and that he's being shamed to the point he doesn't think he can make any money doing what he normally does. Which brings up my final point of this topic. And I know many people don't care for this topic, but here's my thing. I remember in 1992, I was working in the stock room, or actually unloading trucks at Sears. Okay. And like you had to be there at like 6 a.m. and you'd be and these truck drivers would uh, drop off the load, and this was back in the day when there was actually camaraderie between the truck drivers and us. And a lot of times the truck driver would come inside, and if it was a cold day, he'd sit in the office, and we'd shoot the shit for about 15, 20 minutes before we'd have to start unloading the truck. And he comes in, he sits down, and here the news just broke about Woody Allen. And here his wife, uh, May Farrow, or Mia Farrow, had just discovered that for like, I don't know how long, but here, Woody Allen had been having a sexual relationship with his stepdaughter. Yes, you heard me right. Woody Allen was not having sex with the babysitter or the housekeeper. He wasn't grooming women. He was having sex with his adopted 19-year-old daughter. And we kind of said, I was like, yeah, like, he goes, he makes really weird movies that really make you think, where have we heard that before? Haven't we heard people say the same thing about Warren Ellis and Neil Gaiman? Like I said, he makes really weird, different movies that you don't normally see from other directors. He goes, but those guys, they're weird in how they think and how what they consider to be morally acceptable. And the guy was absolutely right. So my thing is that I go, well, I with this whole thing with Neil Gaiman again, I thought about it. I had started doing some looking into it. It was 1992 that this happened with Woody Allen. Okay, and so what happened? Did his career just outright end? Did he just resign? Did he just retire to some little hovel to live out his days with Mia or with a? Oh no, it was his stepdaughter Sun Yi. I apologize. I may have missed. Yeah, his stepdaughter's his 19-year-old. I think it was his 19-year-old stepdaughter, Sun Yi. And again, it's like his. Let me repeat this again, guys. Stepdaughter. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Even if he admits that, yeah, I was having sex with my stepdaughter. It's one of those where it's like, dude, that is you took it upon yourself to be the parental role model to this girl, to this young impressionable girl, and you turn around, seduce her, and you're having sex with her. But yet, take a look how many movies Woody Allen has done since 1992. He's put out quite a few movies. In fact, he put out a movie, his latest that I can tell, was in 2023 of a titled Coupe de Chance. And again, stepdaughter, Warren Ellis, groomer of adult women, which I'm sorry. Go into any dive bar, you'll see those women all the time. And then lastly, the latest victim of this stuff, Neil Gaiman, with, as I understand it, the housekeeper, the babysitter. Okay. Um, I think it shows. It's scary to me how people of, even though, like I said, I'm not a fan of Neil Gaiman at all, but to see him being wrecked through the mud on this, and they're making it out to be such deviant behavior when you'll out, and these same people they're wanting to crush his balls for his conduct. Um, if you brought up Woody Allen, and if they weren't paying attention, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, he is such a good director." Da, da, da. Oh, I just fell into a trap. Again, as far as I can tell, there was no police involvement. There was no investigation with Woody Allen. He outright just denied it. The sexual allegations, because you got to keep in mind, part of what happened to him was uh, his ex-wife, Mia Farrow. She made allegations that he was having sexual misconduct with one of his adopted daughters, who was like 7 years old. And this was 8 months after it was made public that here he'd been stooping his 19-year-old adopted daughter. So, I'm sorry, in how I present the information, who of these three individuals should be a Walmart greeter? And not even a Walmart greeter, because that's being too generous. Okay? Who should be living in a hovel, never able to raise their head out in public again? And then we take a look at the other two. Now, I'm not telling you who I'm siding with, but I'm thinking it maybe kind of clears how I feel in this matter. So, that's my 2 cents. Give me your 2 cents. Tell me what you think. So, tell me in the comments. make sure you give me a like and subscribe. So you guys all have a great day. I'm going to have a great day. I'm definitely going to be working on this piece, this section here today. One thing also is um, by next Saturday, I will be working on the next piece. Now, I'm not going to wait till you guys, till Saturday to start working on that piece. If I have the ability to, if I get this piece done, that I'm going to start working on Wednesday, I'm going to start working on Wednesday. If I able to start working on Tuesday, I'll start working on Tuesday. It all depends. So, but yeah, I'm really definitely looking. I definitely got to add. I got to be very careful. What you got to do is instead of just hitting this area, the way I hit it here, what I need to do is I need to be strategic in how I put in these dots, so that way I even out this black and it blends in and it's not so choppy. So that takes a long time, and actually it takes a lot more concentration. So a lot of times when I have a situation like this, I'll be very strategic and careful how I do it, and it's slowly pulling across and correcting the area as we go along. So, but guys, I want you all to have a great day. I'm going to have a great day, even though we've got it's snowing. We're anticipated we could get in some areas just an inch, inch and a half. Other areas are saying that we're going to get about. Other areas might get up to 7 to 8 inches. So I hope you guys are all prepared for this snowstorm. Uh, Remember, if you have not gone out for your eggs and milk and you got an upcoming snowstorm, you're SOL. Those grocery stores are already sold out. So until then, folks, you have a great day. I'm having a great day. And remember, take life one dot at a time.